7:34 right now, and no doubt New Yorkers will be looking to beat the heat by heading to the beaches, pools, parks, and the spray grounds all across the city.
Anything to beat that heat, right? Parks Department has a cool guide that will show you where you can find the splash pads, other cooling features, which will come in handy, especially on days like today, right? So here to tell us all about it is the New York City's Parks Commissioner, Sue Donoghue. So Commissioner Donoghue, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
On a what's going to be the hottest day of the year so far, right? So before we get into the extended hours out, the big issue, of course, is lifeguards. And are there enough lifeguards, especially on a day like today when you have thousands that are going to go to the beaches and pools?
Absolutely, and thank you, Dan and Hazel. So happy to be here. We've worked hard on our lifeguards numbers. We have over 870 lifeguards that are certified to be on our beaches and in our pools. It's been an active effort, recruiting that happened starting last September. This administration, also the mayor, increased pay for lifeguards to $22 an hour plus a $1,000 retention bonus. So a lot of work done to bring more and more into the fold.
Yeah, that's great. But on days like today, people are hoping that you can extend the hours at pools and beaches. What are the chances of that happening?
And we do, Hazel. Anytime there's a heat emergency, we extend our pools 1 hour. So instead of closing at 7, they close at 8 o'clock.
Okay, what about the beaches?
The beaches we do not extend. The beaches are open from 10 until 6. And we are thinking always about public safety across the city. And that includes the health and safety of our lifeguards. They are out in this hot weather from 10 in the morning till 6 at night. And they are, as opposed to in our pools, they are dealing with marine life. They're dealing with rip currents. They're dealing with thousands of New Yorkers out in the hot sun and on the beaches. We want them to be safe. We don't want them suffering from heat exhaustion, so that they can do their job as appropriately as possible.
What is your message to the New Yorker, right, who is going to stay on the beach past that hour, right? So it's great that the pools are extended, but folks are going to linger on the beach because that's the way to cool off, especially because of the temperatures well into the evening hours. So what is your message to a New Yorker? Absolutely,
Dan. And with all things in terms of our beaches, we emphasize safety. Please don't swim when there's not a lifeguard on duty. Obey the signs. Where there's red flags, don't swim in those areas. We do have a lot of eyes on our beaches after hours. We've got our Parks Enforcement Patrol staff who's on the beach and out there until 9 o'clock. We have great interagency collaboration. We've got drones flying after hours. So a lot of eyes there. Our maintenance and operations staff.
I guess
we want people to be safe and not go in the water when there's not lifeguards.
When you hear that the other people are going to be there, like flying the those folks are also working long hours, right? So why not just extend the lifeguard 1 more hour then, if you're doing it for all the other folks who are going to be there making sure things are safe?
Yeah, it's different. The responsibility that our lifeguards have is extraordinary. It's different flying a drone than knowing that you have to jump in the water and rescue individuals. So we're really concerned about public safety. We really want to make sure that people are safe on our beaches and following the rules.
Yeah. There are communities, though, that feel like they don't have enough places to find relief, not enough pools, especially in low-income areas. So now the city is investing $1 billion in parks and pools. So can you tell us where the investments are going to be going?
Absolutely, and yes, this is a significant investment that we've announced as part of Let's Swim NYC, part of our Vital Parks initiative. It's the biggest investment in pool infrastructure since the 1970s. Enormous investment in pools across the city, and that includes things like spending on state of good repair, so making sure that some of these pools were built early, the 1930s, really making an investment in the infrastructure of those pools, but also building 2 new pools, one Shirley Chisholm in Brooklyn, Roy Wilkins in Southeast Queens, so targeting investments where they're needed most, and we know the importance, how important our swim infrastructure is, and that's why we're making sure we're investing in it.
Yeah, and I want to talk about the Cool It guy, but just on the pools for 1 more second, are there, for those who are anticipating it, going to be some that are closed down or sections of a pool that might be closed down, just for anticipation's sake?
Yes, absolutely.
And can people find out about that before they go there?
Yes, absolutely. Through Notify NYC, through our website. We do post when there are going to be sections closed or pools closed. What we're looking to do, again, it's about people's safety. So the amount of pool that's open is dependent on the number of lifeguards.
So the Cool It Guide, which
Yes.
I had no idea existed.
Yes.
I like the name.
It's great.
Yes.
Given mapping kind of the shadiest areas and some of the parks as well. So tell people how it works.
Exactly. So through Cool It NYC, which is on our website, we are highlighting, we have over 850 spray showers across the city. We have water fountains, misting stations, and that's all available on Cool It NYC. It also shows the leafiest blocks. We in the city are so, where it's wonderful. We have literally millions of trees across the city. And our studies show that it's 20 to 45 degrees cooler in shaded areas. So that's why our Cool It NYC website also shows you where are the parks that have the greatest canopy, where are the coolest places in the city, so that there's a wide variety of places New Yorkers know that they can go to get cool.
Is that where the digital map comes in
Yes,
also?
exactly. We have our tree map, thank you, Hazel, where people can identify the trees right down to their block, but also see tree canopy across the city. It's wonderful information.
What are you doing today? Are you stopping by any of these pools today?
Absolutely. I'm going to be visiting pools and beaches. That's what I do, Dan,
Yeah,
all
I know,
days,
I know.
weekends, exactly.
And I've heard you talk about before, and you and I have talked about this before too, about the retention issue, right, for lifeguards. So with that $1,000, have you seen it
Yes.
for the future? Because this summer it's kind of a wash of what you have is what you have. But with the retention and that $1,000 incentive, are you seeing that maybe next year you'll be in a better footing?
Yes, already we've recruited more, we have more lifeguards than we had the year before. We absolutely see it as a
So money
building.
talks, it helps.
Yes, absolutely. Yep, for sure.
That's good. Well, stay
Yeah.
cool today.
Thank
And
you.
Thanks for coming in. It was great to
Thank
see
you. Great to see you both. Thanks for
Great to
having
see you.
me.
Thank you.